Would you like to know one of the things that prevents people from achieving the success that they desire and they deserve? Stay tuned. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, and we inspire. And yesterday I had a day at the beach, and boy was it a day at the beach, because when I go there I like to do some reading, and I was reading a book called The Eureka Principle by Colin Turner, and I got some really good insights from it. I've read it before, but it's good to reread these things because they relay your foundation for you. And I want to talk to you today about, one of the things that prevents positive change in our lives is the frame of reference through which we perceive the world. Once again, big shout out to Colin Turner, The Eureka Principle, from which a lot of this information that I'm going to give you is taken. The perceptive filter through which all incoming information passes has been shaped by our conditioning to the point that we only see what we expect to see. The process of perceiving involves matching external jigsaw pieces with an internal picture, model, or frame of reference which has been created from previous memories, experiences, and conditioning. We don't passively see the world, we actively construe it. We react to situations with our own rules, which are often prejudiced, but in accordance with our own expectations. Let me illustrate this point. Picture the male chauvinist pig driving his open-top convertible sports car. On a bend in the road, he meets an oncoming woman driver swerving all over the road. They're about to collide when his quick-thinking, evasive action avoids the accident. She swerves too, and as she passes him, she shouts out through her open window, "Pig!" Now he's furious and quickly reacts with "Cow!" and is delighted to have delivered this retort before she's out of earshot. Pleased with himself, he flies around the bend and crashes into a live pig in the middle of the road. He reacted with his own rules and did not bother to question their accuracy because he was unaware of them. We do that too. One of the turning points in my life was when I had the opportunity to live with my main mentor, Bob Anderson, and his wife for a couple of months. And another one was when I was mentored by my very first business mentor, a gentleman named Morton Utnick from the California Blue Ribbon Meat Packing Company. Now, when they would sit down and talk with me, they both spoke to me in a fashion that was different than any conversation that I ever had with anyone that was placed in the role of being my teacher. There was a certain arrogance to their words that reinforced their credibility to me, yet I didn't feel as though they were talking down to me. There was a tacit understanding between us that they were the coaches and I was like the freshman basketball player. They recognized and acknowledged that I had some skills, yet when they passed me the ball, as my freshman basketball coach often said to me, "You don't know whether to bounce it or peel it and eat it." The point is, we all tend to act based on our own rules and perceptions that have been programmed into us by everyone in our orbit, beginning with our childhood. Unfortunately, most of this programming has been instilled by card-carrying members of the 95% crowd. Now, a modern example of this could be the way people look upon the question of gun control. Being from liberal Massachusetts as I am, I was brought up to believe only bad things can evolve from possessing a firearm in the house. Now, by contrast, I have a very close buddy that I work with in Texas, for example. It's written in tablets on Texas that it is essential that you need a gun to protect you from somebody else that may threaten you. It's sort of a chicken and egg conundrum, isn't it? Now, your position is being determined by your internal programming. The point is that it is necessary for we who are seeking membership in the 5% crowd re-examine our basic beliefs for credibility. Our attitudes and behaviors are the outgrowth of those assumptions to the point that we think the way we see the situation is the situation. Often, when we first hear of something new, we retort, I cannot accept that, as it conflicts with my preconceived ideas. Now, the second time you hear it, you might say, I can see what they mean, but I just can't accept it. The third time you're exposed to it, you might say, you know, I agree with that way of thinking, although I have some reservations as to its use. You hear it again and again, and eventually it clicks into place, and you may exclaim, that is exactly how I feel on that subject. Repetition means retention and acceptance. From a personal development and business viewpoint, we can literally become incapable of perceiving new data. Until we experience a change in our mindset or a paradigm shift, our existing boundaries prevent us from seeing new markets, new strategies, and new ideas. So today's lesson is open your mind and your mindset. There was a time when it was considered heresy to believe that the sun didn't revolve around the earth. Once again, big shout out to Colin Turner's book, The Eureka Principle, and definitely want to recommend that book to you, and also remind you, hey, don't ration the passion, fashion the passion. I'm Eli's dad.